What we're doing right now is looking at a desktop simulator. So what you see on my computer screen is going to be a little bit different from what you would see on an actual mobile phone. So there are a few things that I want to go over, and I've got 3 different sites to show you how this works. So this first one is Highland Pacific Golf, and the first feature I want to show you is the call us button. So when you click on this right now, it displays the number to be called. Now on a mobile interface, that's going to be different. You're going to see a little pop-up that says, do you want to call this number, yes or no? And that's how it will function. Next thing we're going to look at is the Find Us icon. So let's say you're in Victoria, you don't know your way around, and you'd like to find the golf course. So first thing you do is click on the Find Us icon. And that brings up the location of the golf course, the address, and so on. But if you look at this map, it's not very detailed, and let's say you don't know your way around and you're a tourist. If you want to find your way there, click on the Get Directions button right here, and it brings up a pop-up which gives you 2 choices, from current location or from address. If you know the address, you could type it in, but let's say you don't know that, you're in this town, you're a tourist, you've never been there. So you click on From Current Location, and you'll see a little pop-up, and you click on Share Location, and the software will go through a calculation to give you directions to that golf course. Now, since I'm in Mexico, it's an awfully long way to the golf course, over 3,000 kilometers. So you get directions all the way through here, and at the bottom, you also get a map showing you the route. So let me go back to the home page, and when I go back to the home page, I could click on the back button, which you can't see on the interface here, or this little house icon at the top left. Next thing I want to show you is the blog feature, and this is taken straight from the Highland Pacific blog, and this gives you all sorts of ongoing information about the golf course and what's happening. So now we'll go back to the home page, and we'll take a look at the BC Golf Safari site. And as you can see, many of the things are the same on the interface, but there are a couple of different things I want to show you here. One is the booking request icon. And when you click on it, it brings up this page with information about making a booking request for a tee time or any other event that you want. So you can enter in your name, your phone number, your email. You have different options as to the time that you want to choose, a place to make a comment, and you just fill out the CAPTCHA at the bottom, click on the booking icon, and you're done. So we'll go back to the home page here. And another very important option is this one here, which is the Keep Me Informed icon. Now this is really important if you're into list building. So let me explain. So let's say you are into building a list of your contacts and you want to send them email on a regular occasion. With this particular page, you can enter in your name, your email address, and phone number. Now, if the phone number that the client enters just happens to be a cell phone number, you can use it for SMS text messaging. In the case of the email address, the way this is set up on the back end is that you would put in the email address for your autoresponder, so that when somebody fills out this form and they send it in, they will automatically be subscribed to your list, and that could be really useful to you on the back end and for long-term follow-up. Now we'll go back to the main page, and the other thing I want to show you is the Packages tab. And the thing with BC Golf Safaris is we wound up designing a whole bunch of custom pages, 35 in total, because they have all sorts of different tours. So what we came up with is creating a list of all the different locations, and here I'll give you an example of a custom page layout. So in virtually each case, you would have the logo at the top, the package, 3 different options, a picture here, information about it, different pricing information, and an email and phone number at the bottom. And this would allow the customer to either email them on the spot or to call them and book a tour. The next site I want to take you is to something totally different, a completely different customer. But the reason for this site, there are a couple of things I want to show you, and one is the YouTube video thing at the top left. So if you click on it, it'll bring up a page to do with a YouTube video, which will allow you to give your customer a demonstration of whatever product or service that you have in mind. And the next thing I want to show you is the order products thing. So when I click on this, it brings up a page of information and all sorts of different products that you can order off the mobile interface. And if I want to order any one of these products, I just click on this link here, and it takes me to another page where I get more information about the product. I can choose how many I want, and I can click on the Add to Cart button. So this brings me back to the page that I was on before with all the different products. But in this case I want to order just the one product, so I'll scroll to the bottom and click on the Checkout button. And it brings me to a page with information about the product, the price, and a PayPal button to order the product. Now with this particular system we can add up to 16 items on the mobile interface, and in terms of checkout you have the option of PayPal or Google Checkout. Now that I've finished the demo, I want to go through and give you some more information as well as answer some common questions that people have. So in terms of your marketing, a mobile site should be one of your tools. In addition, two other services you should consider are SMS and MMS. SMS, Short Message Service, allows a business to send targeted messages to mobile phone users. MMS, Multimedia Messaging Service, allows a business to send and receive pictures, sound clips, as well as text messages. So let's go further and look at how this could benefit you in a business. For the sake of this example, I'll use a restaurant. In this case, a great way to reach their customers is to use SMS. That way, the restaurateur can use this is to announce their daily specials. A good time to do this is 45 minutes before the lunch hour, when people are thinking of where to go. Another very important aspect of SMS is that there's almost a 100% open rate. Add to that, most people have their phones with them almost all of the time, so you can see how this strategy could be effective. So here are some questions that people have. Can we use this software on a hosting account? And the answer is, this is actually a two-part question. To show you what I mean, I'm going to go back to the Highland Pacific Golf site. When you look at the interface, this is what we refer to as an out-of-the-box solution, and it's self-contained. This particular site is proprietary, and all of the hosting goes through the software provider. Now I'm going to switch to the BC Golf Safari site. As you can see, the main interface is more or less the same, though with a different logo. And again, this uses a proprietary interface, but with this site we built some custom pages. These can be hosted in a different location. This means that you can update the software whenever you wish. As a case in point, when we built the BC Golf Safari site, we hosted all these pages on their server. Also, any changes you make to these pages are immediately updated on the mobile interface. So how does this work when I build a mobile website? How do users find it? Well, there are several ways. One of them is to place a link on your website saying that you have a mobile site. Another way is to send an email message to all your users saying, hey, we have a mobile site. But the main way that we make sure that your users see it is this. When we build a mobile site, we create a bit of code after the fact, and either we or your webmaster can install it on your desktop site. The end result is that when a mobile user comes to the desktop site, the code detects that and automatically sends the user to the mobile interface. Another question is, do I have to build a second site for mobile devices? And the answer is yes. A separate site is necessary, and it can function as a standalone. Having said that, the real power is where we link the mobile site to the desktop site, and you get the best of both worlds. A question is, do I need to have a regular website? And the answer is no. But it would help with your web presence if you had both, simply because you'll have customers who will want to view your site on a desktop platform as well as a mobile platform. Another common question is, can I put everything from my regular website on a mobile site? And the answer is yes, though all of your pages would need to be reformatted for the mobile interface. And also, it's not a good idea, and this is why. What users want to see on a mobile site is the most important, relevant information that they need to make a decision. Many of those customers are in a buying mood, and if you can give them what they want, you stand a better chance of getting their business. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to make a decision. Another question is, can I change things on a mobile site? Yes, you can. When we finish your site, we send you all the login information. This gives you access to the mobile site at any time and total control over the layout. Question which came up earlier is, what's the cost? Well, it depends on which site option you go for. If it's for an out-of-the-box site, like Highland Pacific Golf, the cost is $8.95. This includes 1 year of hosting, which costs $40 a year. And in the case of maintenance, since we're giving you all the login information, you can go into the back end of the site and make changes anytime you wish. If for any reason you would prefer that we do it, we can take care of that for you. In the case of the BC Golf Safari site, we had to build 35 custom pages in addition to the out-of-the-box option. So when we get into this type of site, we're going to have to figure out a quote based on the number of pages that you want. Now, there are some additional features to do with building a mobile site that I didn't cover in the presentation this morning. The first one is Google Analytics, and this allows you to monitor the performance of your mobile website right from your Google account or have a report emailed to you. Now, in the case of adding Google Analytics, I recommend that you create a separate account and use that account for the mobile site. And the reason for that is if you have the two accounts, you'll get a better idea of how the traffic is working. If you use only one account, the results will be merged and it will be pretty much impossible to determine how well the mobile site is doing for you. Second option is what's known as the traffic booster. And with this option, you can add up to 6 keywords on the back end of the mobile website. Finally, the last option is the QR code. If you're looking for a way to promote your mobile site offline, we'll send you a QR code which can be used with your print ads, coupons, mailers, and other marketing material. So that's it for this presentation. When you take this to your membership and talk to them about what they need, please send me any questions that you have, and I'll do my very best to answer them and see what we can do for you. Thanks very much.